Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and things got crazy on the set of CNN last night. Before we get started, if you're not already doing it, please make sure you visit youtube.com/@ExplainAmerica and hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. It really helps us out. Scott Jennings went toe-to-toe with Tiffany Cross last night, and it was vicious. Tiffany, if you don't know her, she was fired from her MSNBC gig, and I don't actually know why. It's kind of interesting that she was fired because she's pretty liberal, and you'd think MSNBC would love her, but in this case, they had to let her go, and you got to ask why. Well, Scott Jennings, she tried to get snippy with him last night, and Scott Jennings asked why. And he brought up the fact that she got fired, and she was humiliated on national TV on CNN, and then things really got intense on the set. And these two, they were going at it. I don't know how they're going to keep working together. I love watching Scott Jennings every night. I don't know if you guys see him, but he's great. He's a great conservative guy. He should have his own show, in my opinion. I want you guys to watch this video and let me know what you think in the comments.
Fully with both of you that the trade relationship vis-a-vis the United States had to be readjusted.
You've talked about it.
Yes, but you don't do it overnight, and you don't offend your allies while you're doing it with the whole Greenland, 51st state, Japan. You just don't do that. Not if you're going to turn around in goodness knows when and say, can we have your help?
It's a colonizer's attitude to say, I like it, I'm just going to steal it. Now, the fact of the matter is, in this new land, you cannot just go and say, I like it, it's mine now. It doesn't work that way. Well, that is what they're trying to do. And in this new world order, yeah, absolutely. When they're looking at Greenland and say, I like it, I want to take it for mine, that is a very colonizing attitude.
I have never ever said we're going to go to Greenland and, quote, colonize it or steal it.
You're not a member of government, so you're irrelevant at that point. I'm talking about the president of the United States doing that.
You got fired from your job.
You can agitate.
If you want to engage in personal insults,
I don't, but you
what
do.
you lack in a legitimate point, you make up for in personal
I don't, you do.
personal insults. The point I am making is in this new world order, we are looking at countries, whether or not they're an adversary or ally, it is being determined on what kind of deal we can get. And we cannot govern, we cannot legislate that way. We are increasingly isolated on the world stage.
No, we're not.
So if you want to engage in personal insults,
we're not
if I were
isolated.
you, I would reserve that for your party, who
We're
is
not
increasingly isolated. Our position
people outside of the United States have you all spoken to in the last few weeks?
A lot.
Several.
I've been speaking to you frequently over the
You're my main ambassador.
You're slowly back.
No,
I speak to a lot of Europeans, I speak to a lot of Panamanians, I speak to a lot of Central Americans, and they think, I'll tell you what they think. They think he's acting like a dictator. They think he's acting a lot like Ortega in Nicaragua, a lot like Maduro in Venezuela, a lot like they act in Cuba.
Are they serious when they say that?
Oh, no.
Yes.
By
A
the way,
dictatorship?
Yes.
Okay.
Attacks on the free press.
I was in Brussels last
Lawlessness,
week.
wanting to stay in power. Yes.
Hang on, guys. Just
We're not
one at a
even
time.
close to dictatorship.